Now, many of you by now you know that the Nio ET9 is Nio's flagship model, meaning that it is the top range that you will find in terms of the models that are available from Nio, including their sub-brand. It is the end game of their brand, right? Which is something that is great, and it is undoubtedly even the leader or the end game into the car makers as a whole globally, right? Because of its capabilities, because of the features that comes with the car, because of how easy and comfortable it is to drive that car, which has been said by quite a number of executives, quite a number of people to say that, look, that car deserves to be all over the world, because then it makes or it will make the other automakers to really pull their socks up, because when that technology that is on that car, it's on another level. This is just so amazing. What Nio did with that model is just out of this world, right? And that is the most expensive model that you find onto Nio. But the good thing is that that model, ever since its official launch in March, they've been doing pretty well. I mean, the last 3 days of March, after being launched, it sold over 200 models. Then April, it sold 835 cars. And now in May, it is expected, or a lot of people are expecting, at least over 1,000 deliveries of that car, which is something that is amazing, something that is good, and it shows us what the kind of good things that Nio really achieved, because the orders are also coming in. And knowing that it's not a cheap car, a lot of you and me can agree that it means that Nio really did prove to the world, or whatever is in that car, which we have discussed in most of the cases, it is making sense for even the Chinese executive CEOs to consider buying the ET9 and not Rolls-Royce, to consider buying the ET9 and not the 7 Series BMW, not the A8, which I suppose it's very, very good. Now, the reason why I'm giving you this background, we just read today that the new president came out and announced something very important, and that is there is going to be a flagship SUV called the ES9, which will be built based on the NT3.0 platform. Now, something very important is that you will know that the ET9 is not built on the same platform as these current Nio models. The current Nio models, I think, they are built on the NT2.5 platform, right? And the ET9, it is the only model that you find under Nio that is already on the NT3.0 platform. Now, this new model, which is going to be the flagship SUV called the ES9, as announced officially by the president of Nio, it is going to also use the NT3.0 platform. It is also going to have the active suspension that you see on the Nio ET9, which simply means that it's going to be crazy. I mean, already we know that Nio has went out of the ordinary boundaries of making cars and introduce something that we have not seen into their ET9. And those features that you saw on the ET9, or that you see on the ET9, are going to be transferred to, of course, the ES9. And the ES9, it won't just be an SUV, it's going to be the most beautiful SUV that you can get under Nio. The features are going to be crazy, and boy, I must say, this is a very strategic good move by Nio, because they want to make sure that when you talk about the premium market, they are there at the top. Right now, the ET9 is shaking the entire EV market, and knowing that there is also a flagship SUV that is going to come, it is just so crazy. One of the things that you will know, though, under the, of course, the sedans, SUVs that Nio sells, you will notice that SUVs are more expensive than, obviously, sedans. Like, say for instance, you will notice between the ET7 and the ES8, right? ES8 is much more expensive than the ET7, and with that, the reason why I'm telling you that, chances are very high that the Nio ES9 might be expensive as compared to the Nio ET9, right? I know they are all carrying the number 9, but SUVs tend to be more expensive. This is what we've been seeing onto Nio, and therefore with that, I think there is more that Nio is going to offer. It will not just be any SUV, but it is going to be a high-end SUV that you get from Nio. And judging from what we saw with the ET9, you and me can agree that blue sky is coming, because if 2026 in the first half Nio will be launching this model, which was confirmed by the president of Nio, it just simply means that once again bears better watch out, because by the end of next year that model will be available, and it will be also join the ET9 and probably be selling like crazy, which is just so amazing. Many car makers that are trying to also tap on that segment. You've got Mexetro S800, which was built, which was a car jointly built by Jack and Huawei, which is also coming to this ultra high segment. It will be also a direct competitor to the Nio ET9, and it has been officially launched, I think, or it was officially launched today. And price wise, it's priced just a bit below the ET9, but again, it's not a train smash at all, right? Because we all know that Nio's capabilities, as compared to all these other cars in its segment, how good they are and all that, it's just so crazy. I mean, one thing that I can tell you now about, or the difference, or what makes Nio to stand out as compared to the Mextro S800, I think Mextro S800, I think you and me can agree that active suspension between the two cars, Nio active suspension is still here, Mextro active suspension is still here. There is no car on the streets being produced mass market that has the kind of suspension that you find on the Nio ET9, and this speaks volumes of where Nio is at. This speaks volumes of where Nio is headed. So I am very happy, excited about this. I mean, ES9 is coming. ES9 will also change the game forever and will make Nio to dominate, which is just so crazy. In total, Nio is going to have 10 models, which I think it's fine, man, because the Nio users will have a lot of options to choose. If they want to go extremely high end, there are 2 models that they can choose, or that they can buy, namely the ET9 or ES9, and both models support battery swapping, which is just so crazy. So tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make these videos, and all I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up, so that at least you can be notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends. That's all from me, and God bless you all.